Hello traders, The title of the video is how to avoid moving averages with shorts precisely. So one of the problems that technical traders are facing when they are using the moving averages crossover is because of the whipsaw. So whipsaws is about moving average. For instance, you are using moving average 20 and 50. All right. So 20 goes above the 50. People say it's bullish, so they buy. All right. As they buy, the price goes down. What's going on? As the price goes down, the moving average 20 now goes below the moving average 50. So people say, what's going on? The moving average 20 was above 50 before. Why now is going back below it? So people sell. As they sell, the moving average 20 now goes back above the moving average 50. The price goes up, so one is losing. So one say, all right, for the last time, because the moving average 20 goes above the moving average 50, I will buy. They buy again, and then the moving average 20 goes below the moving average 50. So one is saying, well, now I understand it. What I will do, when the moving average 50 goes below the moving average 50, I will buy instead. And when the moving average 50 goes above the moving average 20, I will buy instead. So now moving average 20 is now below the moving average 50. One decide to buy, and the price continue to go down more. This is about the moving averages whipsaw. It can make a trader very, very stressful, very, very tired, all right? And it's not a nice feeling. There is a kind of a disagreement between a technical trader that is using the moving averages and the moving averages crossover. So moving averages crossover are saying one thing, the trader is expecting something, and something else is happening. There is a confusion. It shouldn't be a confusion at all. Why people are whipsaw, or why the moving average whipsaw are whipping technical traders all over the place. They are whipping them all over the place. It's about a misunderstanding of moving averages. The first step to avoid moving averages whipsaw is to trade the price itself and nothing but the price. That's it. That will save you all kind of problem. So when you have a move, you are trading moving averages, but you give priority to the price, all right? Priority to the right, all right? You are driving priority to the right, all right? You give priority to the price, though you are using moving average crossover, you will avoid moving average whipsaws, all right? Priority to the price. That's the first thing that you need to do. The second thing that will help one to avoid moving average crossover is to understand when do moving average whipsaw do happen. When do they happen? When moving average whipsaw happen? When? You need to know that. So if you know when, you will, and you don't like moving average whipsaw, then you will stay away from it. So, in the airport, if the weather is too bad, well, there will be no takeoff. They will see a lot of cancellation because the weather is not good. So the same thing, if you know when the whipsaw is likely to take place, you may decide to stay out if you don't like it or you don't know how to trade it. So when do moving average whipsaw take place? Have you asked that question? Thank you so much. That's an excellent question. It's when we have two market patterns, specific market patterns. One of them is this one. When the price is in horizontal channel, very simple. horizontal channel, you have a lot of whipsaw all over the place, and the moving average whipsaw will be whipping you all over the place. 24 lashes in public place, like in Saudi Arabia. All right, I have some TST traders in Saudi Arabia. They can tell you more about punishment, and a moving average whipsaw will whip you, okay, in a public place, all over the place, if you don't know when they do occur. So horizontal channel. The second time when the moving average whipsaw do take place, during a triangle. There is one here on the monthly chart. So you see a triangle being formed, you see a consolidation taking place, either in a horizontal channel or in a triangle. You know that this is not the best time to play with moving averages. Why? Because they can whip you all over the place. You have red marks all over your body, all right, because of the moving average whipsaws. You'll be sweating like a donkey. All right, so that's the second step. When do moving average whipsaw do take place? All right. The third step to avoid moving averages whipsaw, all right, is to understand the moving averages. So you may say, George, what do you mean by understanding moving averages? Well, they are beautiful, they are gorgeous, they are excellent, they are powerful trading tools, but they are communicating something to us that we must understand. In fact, I am the right person to talk about understanding moving averages. Alright? Because I love moving averages. So I can talk about them and understand them. Now, generally, many traders do not use moving averages because they do not understand the moving averages. They have been whipsawed, they have been whipped all over the place before, and they don't want to get into that. Other traders think that they are too simple, like the price itself, so they don't like simple things, they are looking for something more complex. Something, George, I'm a PhD person, I need something more complex. Please don't make it too complicated to yourself. Alright? Keep it very simple in the stock market, and that's the best way forward. Alright? Because when we have something that is complex, we try to simplify it. So now that it's simple, don't make it now complex. Waste of time, isn't it? Really waste of time to make something that is complex become something that is simple become more complex. That's a waste of time. So understanding moving averages, all right? We can use one moving average, just one. So if you are asking Joe, how can I use just one moving average? Watch the video that I posted at 24 Stock Trader, power of moving average 200 on monthly chart. Now there is another video that I recorded today. Probably by the time you are watching this video, it's already posted at 24 Stock Trader. How to use a moving average 50 on monthly chart like a pro. You can use just one moving average, either 20, either 10. So scalpers are using moving average 10. Huh? Okay, they can use only one. We can use two moving averages. We can use 3, we can use 4, we can use 5. We can use as many as we like. All right? But now, while you are using just one, you want to understand why are you using 50, why are you using 200. Now, when you are using one, where is the best time frame to use that one? Where is the best time frame to use just the moving average 10 or moving average 50, moving average 200? This is about understanding the moving averages so you may avoid whipsaw. All right? Now, the best way to understand moving averages is this, that they are, how should I put it to you? Should we say they derive from the price, okay? They are a product of the price. They are the first product of the price. So if I'm saying moving average 10, simply moving average 10, I need a 10 price action, and then, okay, the closing price, I add them together, and then I divide it by 10, and I have 1 point. So 1 point on the moving average 10 represents 10 closing price. on that time frame. So they are deriving from the price. They are smoothing the price. This is it. So when I'm using moving average age, it's the closest to the price. It's smoothing the price. I can use the moving average age like I use the stochastic. All right. So the third step to avoid moving average whipsaw is to understand the moving averages. When a price is above the moving average 50, all right, the RSI is above the 50 line. Yes or no? You see, all right. It's telling that the bullish momentum is increasing. When the price below the moving average 50, it's telling that the bearish momentum is increasing. So this is about understanding the moving average 50. When the price is trending up, the moving average 50 will be above the moving average 100. So instead of using the ADS, I'll use the 50 and 100 to determine whether a trend is likely to begin. You see? So with those information, priority to the price, so 3 steps to avoid moving average whipsaw precisely, all right? When you are using the moving averages or a moving average, give priority to the price. Draw a trend line, draw channels, all right? Draw horizontal key level. That will save you all kind of problems. So you'll be trading on the edge at a hotspot trading zone. You'll be looking for breakable, retesting around, and you implement a top-down trading method. When a moving average goes above, okay, a short-term moving average goes above a medium-term moving average, you see, instead of saying it's going to be definitely bullish, you are now drawing your line. You say, do I have a good reason to sell? Now you pay attention to the price. This is about prioritizing the price when one is using the moving averages. Looking at the price structures, looking at the price pattern, drawing trend line, drawing channels, and looking for trading setup, concentrating on the price after acknowledging the moving averages. The second step to avoid moving averages whipsaw precisely is to know when do moving average whipsaw take place. They take place when we have a consolidation in horizontal channel and also in a triangle. So you can summarize that when we have a strong move before and then we see a crossover, we need to be careful. So there was a strong move and now we see a crossover. I mean, there was a high volatility here, strong move before, yeah. So the moving average was diverging, the space between the 50 and the 100 and the 20. You see how wide it becomes. After that, after a trending phase, we are likely to see a whipsaw weekly. After an impulse wave, to speak to earlier we traded, during a corrective phase, we are likely to see moving average whipsaw. So an earlier way trader who wants to avoid whipsaw will not use moving average crossovers during the corrective phase. Alright, so know when do moving average whipsaw take place. The third step to avoid moving average whipsaw precisely is to understand them like George Beaulieu, myself. You may say, George, come on, I'm not very sure about that. Well, whether you are sure about it or not, that's my opinion about myself. All right. Now, what I'm saying, okay, is that just understand them. Understand the moving average. Okay. Understand the moving averages. How they work, how they function. So, like I explained to traders, moving average 20 and 50. When the 20 goes above the 50, understanding it, yes, don't buy straight away. Look for an opportunity to sell because the price will go fast up. Well, there will be a strong deviation. The common settlement will be broken. Look for an opportunity to sell first at that top when the common settlement is broken. And then you sell nicely like a professional trader. You will bring it back to the moving of a 50. Generally, people, when the 20 goes above the 50, they jump on it and buy at the point when the price is about to pull back to 50. And they get whipped, they lose. So they say, George, he whipped me at the back. All right, that's okay. All right, you can take it. All right, that's one experience. I've been there when they whipped me at the back. All right, and that's when I open my eye and say, after jumping in a warm bath, I wake up and I say, what has happened here? That was the question. What has happened here? Why 20 goes above 50 and the price comes down? This is not normal. Then I discovered that there are different type of moving average crossovers. Then I found out that instead of using 20 and a 50, when I use a 30 and a 50, I'm more likely to catch the move up. Because usually when the 30 is crossing the 50, the price is already near the moving average 50. The pullback is already taking place. But when the 20 crosses the 50, 70% of the time, the price deviates from the 50. Now, at the time when one is trying to buy it, it's pulling back. The opposite is also true. When the 20 goes below the 50, people want to sell, and the price will rally up back to the 50, and they lose before going down, and so on and so on. So all in all, 3 steps to avoid moving average whipsaw precisely. Priority to the price, all right? Know when do moving averages whipsaw take place. And most importantly, fall in love with the moving averages, so to speak, meaning that understand the moving averages. I love the moving averages. You say, Joe, why? That's a very good question. Because if you call the price the number 1 technical indicator, number 2 technical indicator is a moving average. So, for instance, you remember in the past people were using, they were not using candlestick bar, they were using line charts. So, the line charts, they look like, moving averages, you see. So, if you say moving average period 1, that's the price itself. Moving average period 1 is the price itself. Moving average period 2, that's the second one. Moving average period 3, that's the price. Smooth at the tail level. Moving average period 10, that's the price. Smooth at the scale 10. But number 1 is the price itself. Am I talking too much? So as you can see, I know too much about moving averages, and I know how to use them. And I can tell you that if you learn to apply those 3 steps, slowly but gradually, first time you may say, George, I'm not very sure. Oh, I've been whipped again, George. Well, shake yourself a bit. All right? So this will conclude our discussion today about how to avoid moving average whipsaws precisely. Was it precise? Well, we want to hear from you, okay? Is any moving average that you want us to talk about? Because I told you that I love about it. So if you ask me to look at one particular scenario, or you have a special moving average crossover, or you use only one moving average on one specific time frame, I can look at it and tell you what I think of it, okay? So we can make it a tutorial for other traders, all right? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is 24 Stock Trader. Talk about us in the forum. Tell your friend in the forum. Say, I find one good channel. The gentleman speaking in Texas accent, but it's not Texas accent, it's frog accent. But I recommend that you subscribe. Can you do something like that? That would be good, all right? Talk about us in forum. That would be very interesting. Even on Facebook and Twitter. So other people may subscribe to our channel, 24 Stock Trader. We are aiming for 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Hopefully, we'll get there with your help. All right. And if this video has been totally useful to you, please let us know by giving us your thumbs up. If you dislike it, okay, mark it down. If you think it's an essential tutorial, feel free to share with your friend on Google+, Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr. Until the next time, enjoy yourself and be very happy. We are the GFCW24 traders talking about how to use moving averages, how to avoid moving average whipsaws precisely. GSTW24 use moving averages, GSTWSY008 use moving averages plus other technical indicators. Happy trading to you all, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you for watching. Happy trading to you all.